the glutamate hypothesis for the first where the actual imbalance first occurs. It's an imbalance between the excitatory and inhibitory systems that are in the cortex keep you in balance.
And NMDA and methyl D-aspartate receptors are glutamate receptors.
Yes,
they're one class.
That's one class. Yeah. That's right. Okay, so now here is a hypothesis for why ketamine might be good for depression. People are taking it now who are depressed, right? So here you have a drug that causes overexcitation, and here you have a person who is underexcited. Depression is associated with lower excitatory activity in some parts of the cortex. Well, if you titrate it, you can come back into balance, right? So what you do is you fight depression with schizophrenia, a touch of schizophrenia. Now you have to keep giving. I think once every 3 weeks they have to have a new dose of ketamine, but it's helped an enormous number of people with very, very severe clinical depression. So as we learn more about the mechanisms underlying some of these disorders, the better we are going to be at extrapolating and coming up with some solutions, at least to prevent it from getting worse. By the way, I'm pretty sure that the large language models could have figured this out long ago.
So in an attempt to understand how we might be able to leverage these large language models now, how would we have used these large language models long ago? Let's say you had 2024 AI technology in 1998, the year that I started graduate school. Right. At that time, it was like the dopamine hypothesis of schizophrenia was in every textbook. There was a little bit about glutamate, perhaps, but it was all about dopamine. So how would the large language models have discovered this? Ketamine was known as a drug. Ketamine, by the way, is very similar to PCP, phencyclidine, which also binds the NMDA receptor. So how would...
Which is also a party drug.
Which is also, not one I recommend, nor ketamine. Frankly, I don't recommend any recreational drugs, but I'm not a recreational drug guy. But what would those large language models do if they... So you got 2024 technology placed into 1998. They're foraging for existing knowledge, but then are they able to make predictions? Like, hey, this stuff is going to turn out to be wrong, or hey, this stuff.
Okay, this is all very, very speculative, and really, we can begin actually to see this happening now. So I have a colleague at the Salk Institute, Rusty Gage, very distinguished neuroscientist, and he was one of he discovered that there are new neurons being born in the hippocampus, right, which is something in adults, which is something that in the textbook says that doesn't happen, right? So
that was around 1998.
That's right. And I actually have a paper with him where we tested LTP, long-term potentiation, for the effects of exercise on neurogenesis.
Exercise increases neurogenesis.
Yeah, it increases the cells that increases neurogenesis, and also the cells that are active become part of the circuit. More cells become integrated.
And this is true in humans as well, right?
Yeah, and there was some cancer drug that was given that that they showed that it was there were new cells that they were able to later in postmortem to actually see that they were born in the adult. Okay, so here we are. Okay, in 1998. And the question is, can you jump? Can you jump into the future? Okay, so Rusty, we were happened to talk about this issue about he's using these large language models now for his research. I said, oh wow, how do you use it? And he said we use it as an idea pump. What do you mean idea pump? Well, we give it all of the experiments that we've done. And we have it, the literature, its access to the literature and so forth. And we ask it for ideas for new experiments.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I was on a plane where I sat next to a guy that works at Google. And he's one of the main people there in terms of voice to text and text to voice software. And he showed me something. I'll provide a link to it because it's another one of these open resource things. And I'm not super techie. I'm not I don't get an F in technology. I don't get an A+. I'm kind of in the middle. So I think I'm pretty representative of the average listener for this podcast, presumably. What he showed me is that you can take, you open up this website and you can take PDFs, or you can take URLs, so websites, website addresses, and you just place them in the margin. You literally just drag and drop them there. And then you can
live stream is currently under stress. wonder why it's so low. Oh, 1v1.也不是很多 damage. 13 shows that if I give it level 13, attack damage is 1k. It's 1k. Ah, so I get it. Level. Let's level them to 14. Only 2K. It's not insanely strong though. $1.2K damage. It's only around 3K. Hmm, 9K. It will take a while to farm down Blastoise though. 9K HP. $1.5K. How much damage does this do? Oh. There we go. Got him. Got him! Okay. 500 defense. Still not invincible then. Ugh. Still not invincible. Let's practice area. Yveltal. Only 700. That's really low. Rated damage so low, man. Living Rain. $700. Yeah, 3K. Oblivion Wing does 3K. Too much lag. There's no movement thing though, that's the thing. The damage is insane. Oblivion Wing does a lot of fucking damage, and quickly too. It's like Zapdos. Zapdos. Hmm. 6K. Oh my god.